Wait, what? Let's try that again. Oh, come on! Hello everyone, Memory here. Remember the tongue rat necklace that jumped on me from a random Shakadu box in the last episode? Well, after I sold it, I had around 5 billion in total in my bank. That means I have two choices. One is to spend it on stupid stuff and RNG. The other option is to sell some of my alt gear, do some more grinding, and then buy myself a very first pen gear on my account. Ha ha ha. So after I bought around 16-ish premium costume box from the market, I'm ready for a bit more than a pen roulette amount of pen attempts. And this is probably why you click on this video, so enjoy. Still no pen. I don't know why I would expect anything otherwise at this point. Ah well, that means next pile of money saved up, I'm definitely gonna do something more productive than this. Speaking of piling money, I've finally made a Master Alchemy alt to try out the Master Alchemy crate. To my surprise, I actually earned less doing Alchemy crate. I even made myself a Try Manos Alchemist cloth to reduce the mastery difference, since my cook is Master 26 and my alchemist is Master 1. Long story short, I will profit 38 million on average if I do Master Cooking Crate, and I profit 16 million on average if I do Master Alchemy Crate, and sometimes less. That's a big difference. And yes, there is a reason to it. And that is the difference between the alchemy and the cooking seals. 100 of the alchemy seals can be exchanged for 1 scorched fragment. And everyone knows the value of scorched fragment is roughly around 12 million each at the moment. And I can trade in 177 master boxes per day, which means I'm getting roughly 21 million worth of alchemy seals per day if I'm doing alchemy boxes. What about the cooking seals? Well, you can exchange 100 cooking seals for the sunset wool, which is the material to make Manos craftsman's clothes. Except because of the 50 magical shard requirement, you would actually lose 100 plus mil if you decided to make it. So the best thing to exchange is the Black Essence Cobellanus. It costs 400 seals and you profit 18 mil each. That means I get around 8 million worth of cooking seals per day if I do cooking boxes. In summary, if we purely buy the products from the market to create, doing alchemy boxes would give me 37 million silver after tax, and cooking boxes give me 34 million. So far the alchemy box win by a little bit, and here are some other things to keep in mind before deciding to do one or the other. Alchemy is a little harder on average compared to cooking on both buying the product from the market to create and buying the materials to make the product. This means you need to invest less time and effort on average if you're going to do cooking boxes. I did run out of products to create for a couple of days when I was doing alchemy box, because I couldn't find anything selling on the market which is worth to buy for profit. However, you will run into a lot less incidents of having to find a channel or NPC for more turn-in spots if you do alchemy box, since cooking is easier, so a lot more people are doing it. On the other hand, the Black Crystal Cobellanus is more susceptible to price drops than the Manos accessories, simply because there are a lot more people doing it, and also it's easier to get those crystals from the event compared to the Manos accessories. And to be able to profit from the essence, you will have to get yourself a normal Cobellanus crystal first, which is fairly difficult at the moment. Whereas if you get 10 scorched fragments, the rest of the material takes almost no effort to get. So from those pros and cons, I would conclude that both are about as good as each other. Personally, I like to do alchemy a bit more than cooking, just because Manos accessories are very easy to make and sell at the moment. Recently, there is a surge of Manos accessories flooding the market because of the event boxes, but I'm pretty sure there is still a long way before everyone has at least a full set of Manos accessories, which means the price will climb back up eventually, even if it drops a little. Like I said before, there will be days where I can't buy the products for the alchemy crates. So I will still buy some cooking crates products just in case that happens again. I'm kinda doing half-half at the moment, but note that this could change in the future. Maybe it will become harder to buy products for both type of boxes because more and more people are doing it. Or it could be the other way around, who knows? So don't just blindly do it. Always do your calculations. Yes, I just got 2 dandy box in a row on the same day. I guess I am entitled to this kind of RNG after failing 10 or so pen attempts. I'm at somewhere around 0 out of 65 for my pen runs. I started doing a lot more grinding recently for the money, and also it's about time for me to finally get a level 62 character. After 4 years of BDO, my highest level character is still sitting at level 61, and I really should do something about it. So when I was trying to gather every single EXP buff that I can get, I found out that you can actually combine some of these scrolls into a better version. I'm pretty sure I'm extremely late to know about this since I hardly ever grind. But in case you didn't know, you can combine 3 mercenary scrolls, both EXP and skills with simple alchemy into scrolls that gives 3 times the amount of EXP within the same amount of time. You can also heat 2 item collection scrolls into one that gives you extra item drop amount. For someone who hasn't been grinding and received a truckload of free scrolls, this is definitely a good news. After I combine all the loot scrolls I had, I still don't think I'll be running out of them anytime soon. And also you can heat the combined loot scrolls back to 2 original scrolls without any costs, so there's no loss here. And finally at the end, I just want to say please stay safe and be sensible with this whole virus thing. I work in a pharmacy, so I think I experienced a bit more negative effect firsthand related to the virus. Well, at least compared to most people who doesn't work at healthcare related places. Basically, workload was increased, impatient customers, people who haven't received their test result back from the virus and still wandering around without any precautions, and the list goes on. This thing is serious despite the fact that you might hear from somewhere that the fatality rate is low and mostly on elderly and people who has low immune systems. If it's not serious, then you wouldn't see this much action coming from the government of pretty much every country in the world. Best thing to do is not to panic, follow the instruction from the professionals, stop listening to random suggestions like vitamin C cures the virus. Seriously, if vitamin C works, then that means oranges and cucumbers cures the virus too. Does that sound realistic to you, motherfucker? What I'm trying to say is, if you didn't hear it from a professional, then it's probably not reliable and not true. Anyways, that's it for today. Like it if you subscribe, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.